it's time to go again. And I have slept very little. It's my own fault. I had coffee late. But I've been keeping up the work pretty steadily. And there's one thing that always comes back to mind, and that is that when you are poofed up on your own self-importance, right, you are not following anything that is pure, true principle orientation. You can't be poofed up on yourself and see reality for what it is. But I've been spinning energy and drawing energy in and having to go through the early contemplation stages of, well, if I take this energy in right now, where's the energy come from? I could see and feel an adjacency to other people. And as you get around other people, and this is something very real and raw, so you really need to pay attention to this, and it is that some people are vampires, energy vampires, and they never give it a second thought. They've always been energy vampires, they always will be energy vampires, and they couldn't and wouldn't amend themselves in any other way. But are you an energy vampire? See, we have in the race right now, and it's not really a race, right? Think about that. Critical race. I don't think it is a critical race. I think it's always been this way. It's always been planned to be this way. And if you let humanity as it is seemingly make the choices, the shot callers, if you will, it will make the same errored mistakes over and over and over again. History shows it. But is there a malevolent force that also makes this come to fruition, so to speak? This is something that invariably and inevitably happens because we are being set up to do so. Even more so, I've come to this point where there is no we. There is no we. Everyone has their own agenda. Everyone roots for their own hide. I mean, even your family is an extension of who you are. It's an extension of your pride. Some people are allowed, paid, and even cheered on in the hubris of the way that they do things, you know, and others are forced into solitude. It doesn't sound like there's any intervening angels or leading rulers that are fairly and democratically leading anyone. So that's the real problem here. And so you could say that it's a noble lie, right? That we have to go through the worst of things, and that this bodysuit isn't really who we are anyway. And so if you're a child that's been molested, if you're a child that's been ostracized and beaten, if you're a child that's been raped, if you're a child who's been murdered, right? That your spirit goes on, your soul goes on, and you had to experience that. Whether or not you accept that is a choice. And from the perspective, the devil's advocate, you'd say, oh, well, you know, that's your evolution to the process of samsara. That pisses a lot of people off to even think about that. And that's in our faces, very broadly, ever more broadly today. And when you're finally faced with that actionable deed where it becomes undeniable, and there's a statement of We're not aliens. In fact, we were there before your beginning. The true masters can't interact with you. So we are these hybrids that can interact with you, and that have been engineered long ago to interact with you. We are not old. We are in constant expiry, but you could see us as organic technology that is able to interact with you and speak to you and assist you, and that's what we're here to do. We waited for this moment in your evolution, right? And of course, that would be that second stage to any alien, so-called alien invasion, right? Peace be with you, my friends.